When a young mother's home birth ends in unfathomable tragedy, she begins a year-long odyssey of mourning that fractures relationships with loved ones. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Pieces of a Woman. This is currently number 4 on Netflix's top 10. This movie was great. I went in it only knowing a few things about some other YouTubers who were saying like this is Oscar nomination acting and everything that's in this, and I have to I kind of have to agree. I mean, this was really good. Like all the acting in this was absolutely amazing. Vanessa Kirby's performance was absolutely fantastic. There's the movie really opens up with a couple and it's their first birth. So they're going through, and Vanessa Kirby's character, I believe her name is Martha, wants to do a home birth. So we get like a whole 20-minute scene that is one take. So they don't stop for nothing, and it goes through everything of basically what happens when a woman gives birth. I mean, I was like, okay, and it goes through and it really deals with the aftermath of what happens to the baby, and it's very tragic, and it's an emotional roller coaster ride throughout this whole movie. Again, this shows how everyone deals with grief differently, and we get to see how it takes its toll on Vanessa Kirby's character and her relationship with her husband, who's played by Shia LaBeouf. And more and more as the movie progresses, we see how their relationship and their marriage gets extremely strained. And and Kirby's family keeps telling her that she has to move on, including Shia LaBeouf, but he's going through grief too because it was also his daughter, that this happened to. So he's trying to get Kirby's character to open up to him, and she won't. She's dealing with this stuff in her own way, and he ends up going and dealing with it in his own way that's kind of destructive. They both are kind of on this path that's really destructive to her. And, again, her family's telling her she's got to move on, and she's got to, deal with what happened to their baby, and they end up going after the midwife, and it's really like a huge witch hunt, and they're trying to right a wrong that, or something that they perceive is a wrong, and get compensation for it. That's what like, especially her mother is pushing her for, which I thought Elaine Burstyn, dude, she was fantastic in this movie. I didn't like her character. I was like, you got to stop pushing for this stuff, and you got to stop being, kind of, mean about things to everybody, and, as it goes on, they show the passage of time for the year, and I thought that was actually good because every time they go and show another date, they go right back to the same spot in the city, and they continue to tell the story from there. And I thought that was really kind of important because each major decision in this is basically leads to the next important moment in time. So, every time Kirby's character makes a decision or Shia LaBeouf's character makes a decision, it leads to the next point in time. So I thought that was extremely good, and the ending of this movie is very powerful. It's a courtroom scene that where it ends, and Vanessa Kirby's character gives a big speech, and it's just extremely emotional and powerful. I thought it was really good. I didn't really like some of the character choices in this, and I don't think a lot of people will because it just seems like they're going down kind of the wrong path. But again, I mean, everybody deals with grief in their own way, and that's what this movie shows. It shows that to the extreme, I think. And I thought it was, a really, really good. One of the things I didn't really like about the movie is that the score at times was a little overpowering. The characters acting portrayed what was happening, I think, enough in certain scenes, and the music was a little loud, and it just kind of overpowered those moments a little more to try to emphasize it. And I understand they were trying to emphasize what was going on, but I just think in certain scenes it just did it a little too much, and it didn't need to, because there are several moments in this that are extremely powerful and emotional. Uh, again, the acting in this was absolutely fantastic. I mean, I think the acting was the best part about this whole movie. Vanessa Kirby's performance was fantastic, and I think Shia LaBeouf's was too. I think he showed way more emotion in this movie than Vanessa's Kirby's character. I think the way he went through his grief, there's like moments where he literally just breaks down and cries. Even around her, and she's just kind of like looking at him, and it just shows how much distance she's tried to put between her and everybody else as she's dealing with this. And again, this is a good movie. I would at least give this an 8 out of 10. There were, like I said, like the score, I didn't, really think needed to be that overpowering in certain moments. And I think there was kind of an inconsistency with photos in the movie, because towards the end of the movie, like her sister tells her she had some pictures developed that they took with a digital camera. I thought at least I thought it was a digital camera. It looked like it at the very beginning of the movie, but then when she goes to pick them up, they're not developed and they're negatives. So she has one developed and it's a black and white. So I was kind of like, huh? It's 2021? I thought that was a digital camera. So that was an inconsistency that I kind of noticed. But, I mean, that's a nitpicking a little bit, because this movie still was good. I mean, I had no issues with it, really, other than just those two. But, yeah, I mean, dude, I'd recommend this to people. This really shows grief, and how certain people deal with it and stuff. And it's very emotional. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button down below, and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. Take care for now, everybody.